the 30th of March 2020, day 7 of quarantine.
Today is the 31st of March. Coronavirus. It's been a big impact.
It's day 1 of April. Feeling pretty bored at the moment. So I think a lot of people are. It's pretty boring at the moment.
It is the 2nd of April, 2020, exactly 8:18 p.m. And Chief, it's not looking too good. There is a virus, it's everywhere, it's infecting a lot of people, it's even killing a lot of people.
Today is the 3rd of April 2020, and I'm feeling lost and frustrated.
Today is the 4th of April, and again, I've been stuck inside with ever-growing feelings of anxiety and anger.
Today is 5th of April 2020. Overall feeling pretty good. Workload for school is a bit overwhelming, but apart from that, yeah, pretty great.
Going into this, it was more scary knowing that it would be more or less indefinite until the problem's solved.
Yeah, it's really not that great. It's easily the most historically significant big thing that's happened in my lifetime. It's probably the most widespread reaction to anything since the Second World War, I'd say. Like, I can't think of any other historical event that has had so many countries sort of focused on one thing, since the 40s.
So my school finished its first week of online learning today, and I really have mixed opinions about it. For some classes it works really well, and for others it doesn't. In terms of having conversations with your teachers, it's very one-sided, especially within the conferencing and all that kind of stuff. But then for other subjects, it's really rewarding, because it's very self-driven, and personally I find that a lot more rewarding, that I have to go out of my way to do work, and in some cases it's really preparing me for the future and doing a lot more things for myself and a bit more independently and less relying on teachers.
My birthday was only on Saturday, 28th of March. It was affected greatly. Can't have a birthday party, can't have anyone over. Could talk to people, but that was online. Like, that's real.
But although everyone's at home, and although it's a pretty dismal situation, there's no reason that we can't make the best of it. You know, for starters, this is a perfect opportunity to just unwind, not worry about too much stuff, you know. We just get to chill at home for 6 months to a year. I feel like I'm making the best of it. I've got this mic. I've set up a pretty epic gamer setup that I've not been playing games on. I've been doing some music. I've been working on my production skills, my recording skills. Just playing around, having a good time, because honestly, what else is there to do? And I don't think there's any better time to pick up an instrument. You know, if you've got a guitar or something that's lying around your house, a keyboard or piano that you've never touched that's there for whatever reason, there's no better time to start playing it, to start just playing around, see what you can learn, than right now.
It comes with its downfalls, considering that it's my final year, and I mean, it's not something that I would have wanted to happen.
It's April Fool's. Something to lighten the day, but yeah, you know.
Today was actually a bit of a break from the norm, because I went into school. I know, not very social distancing of me, letting the team down.
But the way that I think people have been handling it, especially with people at our school, it seems like there's a lot of miscommunication, and it backtracks. So when I ask a teacher what's the situation, they say, oh, well, I haven't been told anything from principal, and then the principal says, haven't been told anything from someone in the government, and then it just keeps going up and up, and no one really knows what's going on, and I think that's probably the hardest part about it. In terms of the government, Christ, it just seems like a bit all over the shop. States are doing what they think is the best for their state, and then big old Scott Morrison is just trying his best. Even though it's not very good.
It's even worse that we're trapped in and able to think about, oh, I have friends and family who live overseas and in Europe where like the infection rates are insane, and they could they're at risk, and they have, like, if they get it, it's a high possibility that they could die. That's not a cool thought to sort of just have and be alone with. And
in terms of my social life, I feel like it's very difficult because I like talking to people face to face, and I like seeing them and seeing how they're going. But apps like Zoom and texting, it really helps in contacting people, because I feel like it's really important in this time that we keep talking to people, because people can feel alone, and feeling alone can lead to some pretty bad things.
It's all fake. This whole thing just has me sort of down. Like when you're meeting new people now, you're not meeting them, you're saying hi. How you doing? What you doing? All that sort of stuff. None of it's real.
One fun thing I've started doing again, I've started playing Super Mario Bros. With my mum, which is something that I used to do quite a bit, and by used to I mean like 10 years ago. And then we just didn't play the game for ages, and now we're playing Super Mario Bros. Over the course of the time that we've had the game, we've managed to make it to the second last world, which isn't that impressive because it has been about 12 years that we've had the game. But we also don't play it all that often. But we're there, and we're pretty close to finishing the game, which I think is pretty impressive, and I reckon we'll have it beat by the end of this quarantine, which I think is pretty cool. That's a long time coming. It's a long time coming.
I've been keeping up with the news and watching like current affair and stuff, and one of them mentioned the other night that we might still be in for about 6 months. With all the conditions, we might be at school a bit earlier or a bit later, but at least 6 months, and that's it's really scary, knowing that I might not be able to see my friends and stuff for that long.
You know, online schooling, I swear I'm just going to fail on my subjects because online schooling, it doesn't help. Being at school and being in year 11, I've had that, like, where I know that I have to do work and the teacher's there and they can force that. But at home, I don't have any, like, discipline, and I'm just there like, oh, you know what? Guess what? It's time to play Minecraft for the whole day. Type of thing. I have assignments due, but, like, I'll try and finish those. But that's going to be great.
This is an interesting thing that I've been asking people about, interesting conversations, is usually world events like this that, you know, require immediate social change at the time, things like the Great Depression or the wars, create long-lasting social change within the people that experience that. Usually dies out after a couple of generations. But, for example, my grandparents, they didn't live through the Great Depression, but their parents did, and their parents taught them, you know, all these little habits. And when we were clearing out their house, we found just coins and jewelry and random stuff hidden away in the most random of places, in like undies drawers and biscuit tins and whatever in the shed and that sort of stuff. And that's probably because their parents had told them never to put all their money in a bank, and to always leave some squirreled away somewhere else, so that if another Great Depression happens, which very well could happen, the way the stock market's going, they've got some left. They don't have to rely on the banks. The point of all this is what social change is going to come out of this, because there's some pretty significant immediate changes in behavior happening. We're all working from home, we're all talking over video call, and we're all being told constantly not only not touch each other, but not go anywhere near each other. And what sort of long-lasting change is going to come out of that? Whether working from home will become the new norm, whether greetings of hugging or kisses on the cheek will sort of go out of fashion for a little while everyone's a little bit skeptical. Or whether just a general appreciation for the outside world,
But yeah, keeping up with my friends and stuff, playing games and talking and doing crosswords and Zooming is really good. It's really good to just talk to them and to make sure everything is okay with them, and in turn it makes me feel good about myself and knowing that people still are thinking about me.
Like, I understand if people are having breakdowns and whatever, so woo.
One of the big things, the crazy things about right now, one of the crazy things I thought was quite funny was my parents cracked a bottle of sparkling because Mum managed to snag a packet of toilet paper from the supermarket, which honestly I think that's a worthy cause to crack the champagne, because rationing toilet paper has easily been the worst thing about this entire virus. It's very really not been fun.
This extended period of time has given me the chance to find new things about myself and to try new things. One thing in particular is I've taken the great challenge of watching all 10 seasons of Friends. And might I just say it's one season in and it's a pretty good show. It's pretty good to just flick on and watch. Been meaning to get around it for quite some time, and glad that I finally got around to it.
How everything's being handled, look, somewhat okay, but some of it you're just like, what? Like ScoMo, he needs to think a little bit. I know that he pushed that ban of events till Monday, that like a couple of weeks ago, like when the no large gathering ban went through, because he wanted to go and see the Sharkies. He loves the Sharkies. Gotta remember that. He loves the Sharkies. He's a big fan of the Sharkies.
Honestly, I'm saying all the good things because I think optimism is good. I think we should try to keep happy and a bit light of the situation. But for me personally, it's been up and down. I've spent a lot of time on video calls on Discord. We've got a voice chat with me and a couple of friends, and we'll just sit on there the entire day on Discord and distract each other pretty much from doing all the work we need to do. But it's quite fun. It's been fun. And then just, video chatting with friends, Zooming with friends has been great. It's been great. It's honestly probably more socializing than I did before the quarantine, before the self-isolation.
With talking to people, I find what I've been doing with my friends is it's like we're going through the school day and then we have each other on like a voice chat and we're just chatting to each other while the day progresses, while we're doing the work and while we're just having fun as well. So that's pretty fun.
Personally, like, I've been more or less just more lazy. It's been sort of bad for my physical health. I haven't been able to exercise much. And I'm, like, in general, a lot less productive, which makes doing schoolwork and the increased amount of schoolwork we have to do, like, it's kind of rough, but oh well.
It's had its highs, its good times. It's also had its bad times. The cabin fever and whatever. And it's only 2 weeks in. Like, it's going to get worse. It's going to get so much worse. Or it's all going to go away and get better. But that's probably not going to happen the way that it's going at the moment. It's going to stay the same for quite a while.
I'm feeling frustrated about the situation because it feels like everything just got put on hold. And I can feel that it must be frustrating for people that have just gotten out of school and they're trying to build their life and they can't because everything's just been stopped. And like it's frustrating for me and other seniors, I'm sure, that this is our final time in school and everything's just been stopped.
I'm a bit scared of the coronavirus. I wouldn't say entirely. If I get it, probably will be. But like seeing that it does give permanent damage, or like in the future, after having it, that's something that I'm just like, oh, maybe yeah, probably not the greatest idea to be like, oh, just let me have it so I can get it done over with. Even though that's what you want, is you just want it to be. I just want it to be done with. Like once you have it, it's gone. But like, yeah, you know.
The weirdest feeling I had, the weirdest feeling the other day, I had this almost feeling like I was trapped, if you know what I mean. But it was strange because it was like I felt like leaving the house wouldn't fix that. That was odd, and that feeling went away pretty quickly, so that's good. But yeah, we're 2 weeks in and I'm already going insane, so that's not a good sign, I don't think.
I feel like senior time is a really important time to find yourself and to find who are your real friends and to communicate and to have fun and be in each other's presence. And it's annoying that co-curricular activities like sports, things like the musical and all that kind of stuff, being told that that's going to stop. It's something that I never thought I'd have to go, like I'd experience, because it was always a bit of a safety net. Whenever things weren't going great at school or at home or with my friends, I'd always be able to turn up to the musical and I'd be able to just have a good time.
Have fun. Do stuff. Buy video games. I've spent all my money from work on video games. I'm playing with my friends, hanging out with them, do Discord calls, Skype calls, Zoom, something, I don't know. Whatever you want. Stay connected. It's better than just being at home being like, oh, I gotta go into online school, oh, I gotta do assignments, oh, now I gotta go to bed, and then repeat, and it just gets boring. You gotta do something. Like, try and get out if you can. I don't know where you're gonna go. I don't know, walk? I don't walk. Who walks?
Yeah, we're here. We're all together in solitude, together in isolation. We're having. I think we'll be able to make light of this. I think we'll be able to, have a good time. Have a good time. This isn't the end. This is not the end of the world. Humanity has been through pandemics, plagues, virus, disease outbreaks like this many times before. It will go through them many times after this. And although we haven't lived through it before, and it seems, absolutely horrible and terrible and the worst thing could ever happen, and it feels like the world is ending for us because we've never been through it before. It's completely new, but it's not new for humanity. And we'll make it through this, and we'll make it through the next one. And, I think we've just got to, treat it like a novelty. Yeah, I mean, hell. Staying inside for 6 months and watching everything on Netflix is not an opportunity that you're probably going to get again. So watch everything on Netflix. Make the best of it.
I think it's really important that we keep the communication up with one another, because some people can feel very alone and isolated. A bit ironic, but yeah. I think we need to keep talking to one another because we see each other almost every day. And once that stops, it kind of just makes you think about a lot of stuff. And even keeping up with your friends could be via like just texting them every morning, or not like every morning, just every now and again, and asking how they're doing and what's going on, how they're finding everything, and even having like a Zoom with your friends. I think it's also good to just take this time to just think about yourselves and to really reflect and find new things that you like doing and what you want to do when you will finish school eventually. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you find this little bit of rant useful.
Just because you're going to upload this on YouTube, by the way, Layla, I'll just put like a bunch of stuff in there. Hey guys, welcome back to another COVID-19 from the teens perspective, a boys edition. So you're gonna hit that thumbs button and subscribe, comment, and give all your support to Layla. That would be really good. Woo! Okay. Funny, I'm losing my mind. Thanks, guys. Hopefully that was good enough.